or something. Words. I will say words now. I have my lovely little owl mug today. This is actually my third cup of coffee. I might have a little bit of a problem. Little cat for my shirt. It's really cute. The leggings. My hair looks so cool right now. I dyed it. I have not dyed my hair basically ever. I'm really happy. I actually took the time today to set up a portfolio online. I've been putting it off. If I do it, it means I'm actually an adult. A nice like writing portfolio and then an art site because I make art too. One place with like one page that I could point at and say, here I am, this is what I'm doing with my life. Pay me to do stuff. Money is essential. Thought for a long time you had to have one career path and just go down that path and be stuck in it. And I'm realizing, one, you never have to be stuck in any path you choose to walk. You can pick one path and then, I don't know, veer off of it. And so even though I know I want to be a writer, I can still take time and make YouTube videos and make art. I don't know, dog massage. I don't know what else. But you can make money many different ways and you don't have to pigeonhole yourself into one career. It's all about being comfortable with how you're earning money. If I'm comfortable diversifying the hours I spend in my week across like 8 different part-time jobs, more comfortable doing that than I would be working 40 hours a week at one job, why wouldn't I do that? If I have that opportunity, if I have that liberty to do that, I should do that. I mean, I'm having money, but it doesn't really matter where that money's coming from, and I have to stop punishing myself if it's not coming specifically from where I thought it would. I got a part-time job working at just an office as a temp. I work there 10 hours a week. Wonderful to have that guaranteed income. And while I started out feeling guilty that I didn't have more income coming from that specific spot, recognizing that knowing that's there makes it easier to do other stuff and to make art and to write because you're suddenly less worried about the finances of making money from writing and making money from making art, that the writing and the art come a hell of a lot easier because you're not putting your pressure on it to do all the breadwinning through that one career option. And so I've been seeing a huge increase in my productivity, in my enjoyment of what I'm doing. I'm just painting for fun. I've just done random paintings because I feel like it. Like, look at this. I have never painted a face just to paint a face, like without any type of template or anything. I don't know, I turned autofocus off because it's a jerk, so I don't know if you can see that. But like, I never paint things just out of my head. I always have to sit and look at a reference and draw it up and then worry about it. I just did that in like 20 minutes for fun. I don't remember the last time I did something creative for fun. That's the point I'm at in my life, where everything was about needing to advance some sort of mystical career that I wanted, that I completely lost sight of the fact that the reason I wanted that career was because I enjoyed doing that thing. So by going ahead and getting a part-time job, no, not a full-time job, not making livable wages, but by getting a part-time job, I have enough income stream that I can then do the stuff I want to do to make money without being terrified that it's not going to make money. I think it's going really well, and I'm actually feeling motivated and excited about a lot of the stuff that I've got going on. I have like 3 or 4 different random projects I started that have nothing to do with anything. I'm just creating them because I feel like it. I actually think I'm going to like put an ad on Craigslist, start marketing myself locally. I was so terrified to do that people would ask me for art, but I believe that through the art I've been doing, I'm getting more confident and I'm giving fewer fucks. It doesn't matter if it turns out perfectly because what turns out is what is. I read this great quote and I can't remember who it is. I'm too lazy to look it up right now, but it said, every rough draft is perfect because the only job of a rough draft is to exist. And so by having a rough draft, you've already created the most perfect version of that draft because it exists. That's what I'm trying to focus on, making things exist. It doesn't matter if they're good, the sheer fact that they are there, kind of like this video. I normally wouldn't do this. I am terrified of doing this. I put off doing this for 4 months since I filmed my last video until I posted it because I wanted it to come out perfectly. But by embracing that it exists makes it perfect, makes it a hell of a lot easier to actually make things. I'm just in this beautiful place where the only person I'm worrying about disappointing is me, and I've been so disappointed with myself in the past that basically being motivated to do absolutely anything is top-notch, best I could have possibly done just because I did it. That's all I want from myself right now, is to do things. Do things, get things done, make things happen, make them exist, put them into reality, because once you put those pieces of yourself into reality, you get to start molding them. And that's the hard part, when you have to start editing and erasing bits and adding new bits in and maybe scrapping drafts entirely, but that's forward motion. And I've been spinning my wheels for the past several years because I didn't know that you could completely scrap an original draft. It doesn't matter how it comes out, it can come out like shit, but it came out. I've been trying to applaud myself in the fact that I'm doing it. It doesn't matter how I am doing, I'm doing it. As women, we are taught whenever you go in to do something, you have to be entirely prepared. You can't have any unanswered questions. You need to have every little bullet point on the list checked off before you launch into a project. And that's ridiculous. A lot of doing something, a lot of making a painting or writing a novel, so much of that process is the process. You can't prepare for every aspect of it. I thought that I could research my way through life and just be ready for everything, but that just creates a tremendous amount of anxiety. You're allowed to not have a plan. That is something that is revolutionary to me. I thought you had to have a very precise plan for everything, and you don't. And most people don't. They can't possibly know every scenario of what might happen when that plan is put into action. And simply by having some end goal, that's the majority of the plan, just having a destination. Ultimately, as humans, we already all know our end destination, all headed to the ground. And so if we all know exactly where we're headed, then it's just a matter of how we're gonna get there and what we do in the journey between here and there. I mean, I have all of my physical needs met. So really life becomes like hospice for the soul. Make yourself as comfortable as possible. And there are going to be things that you have to do that are uncomfortable. There are necessary discomforts in life. But why not find the comforts that make those discomforts more bearable? Or why not think of the comforts that after you get through that uncomfortable thing are waiting for you at the finish line? Life deserves to be comfortable to the best of your ability. To nest and create safe spaces. To wear comfortable sweaters. Make yourself as comfortable as possible. You don't have to have a plan. It's okay to not know where you're headed, so long as you're headed somewhere. So much curiosity is lost because we're all trying to figure out the meaning of life, what we're supposed to be doing, or what will make us happiest. But really, you just need to stay curious and keep moving. Just keep looking for something else, not something different, not something more, just something else. Because there's always something else to look at. And then once you see it, enjoy the fact that you're seeing it. And enjoy the fact that you get to experience so many different things. And don't worry whether or not they're the right things. The fact that you're doing something makes it right. Don't bother planning. Stay curious. Okay, with certain limits, of course. If you're hurting someone else, none of these rules apply.